The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring Gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
So now we switch to our final topic of the night, and this is not boxing. You know, we like to, on occasion we like to talk about some other things. Other things in the culture. Music, movies, TV, whatever, man. Because Ring Gang, we like to be, we like to have our hands in everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
what a culture.
Yes.
Relax.
So this particular thing, this particular event we're going to talk about. I mean, it's something that has literally having the whole nation, like, what the fuck. And what I'm referring to is the whole drama. I like to call it the devil and Jussie Smollett. It's because
why'd he do it, man? I know why he did all that shit, man. It's a real wrong out here, man. Why'd you pretend to get your ass beat, man?
Oh man.
So for the background for y'all that are not aware,
you poor souls, we're going to.
If you're not aware of this shit,
bless you. You are living a very blessed life. You're living your best life.
Right. Like I said, you don't got TV, you read your Bibles, you eat healthy foods, all that shit, man.
In fact, we might even try
churches.
to move Black History Month to a different month, maybe to June.
You know what I'm saying? You pray to Allah, all that good stuff, man. So it's like,
right now we're looking to see if we can change Black History Month to June.
Yeah.
It's been a fucked up Black History.
Yeah, this has been a messed up Black History Month, and this particular event has just taken the cake. And now Jussie Smollett, is an actor. He's a child actor. He was actually, an actor in one of my favorite child movies as a kid, The Mighty Ducks. And then, and then.
Wow, that was him. God.
Yeah.
Quack. Oh my God.
Oh,
I could never watch Mighty Ducks the same again.
Yeah, and then of course, obviously, he grew up from the child actor, and now he was known for his role on the hit show Empire on Fox. Being.
And for those of you who are not too familiar with Empire, here's a quick take of it. Imagine World Star Hip Hop Vines as a TV show. You don't want to do it.
Right. I myself.
Just be an individual number.
So I kind of know his role on the show, and at least for like the first maybe 3 seasons, but it shit just got too left field, too crazy, and niggas ain't keeping up with all of that. So all this shit about him being some crazy big star for Black America is like so fucking overrated.
Right.
Barely the biggest star on the show.
Right, and it's really only on one particular thing with his role. His character is gay. That's pretty much what it is.
He's singing ass nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga can sing. Shit, but he was the gay singing ass nigga on the show.
Yeah, and that's what got him the attention. That's what got him the type of fame that he has now.
Yeah.
Which leads us to the more pleasant aspects of his life in recent times, starting almost 1 month ago. Apparently, and I know when I heard this, I thought, man, this is fucked up. There was a whole thing that, he was attacked out after he got a sandwich at 2:00 in the morning, and basically they said, that he had a noose around his neck and they poured bleach on him. All in
Chicago.
Yeah. MAGA, they were wearing MAGA hats and stuff like that. It was, and of course I'm thinking to myself, damn, this country's going to hell in a handbasket. They're just like, damn, like,
It still is, but
yeah, it is. But they're thinking like, damn, this is like bold. I'm thinking, yeah, this is terrible. But then, but I didn't think much. I mean, I thought this was terrible.
It seemed like it was a little too much for a fucking story. Let's just be honest. We all was just kind of we was all on some like, damn, like that's kind of fucked up. But I don't know, like, Bleach, 2 a.m. in the morning, Subway, Moist singing, nigga.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot going on, bro.
Yeah. Something like when I heard that,
it was just let me just wait more come out.
Yeah, and it was when we got more details of like, hey, first of all, it was like freezing cold. It was like the polar vortex was in full effect over there. So it's like someone was really out there in negative 60-degree weather, waiting to pour bleach, which bleach would have probably frozen at that temperature. Would have waited to wait for a nigga to come out the sandwich shop and try to assault him. And when them details came out, I thought two things. Like, I thought this nigga was lying. However, I didn't think he did what he did. I thought either A, it was a gay cruising went wrong, because in real life, the man is gay, and you live your life, you do what you got to do. But but I thought this nigga was cruising at 2:00 in the morning, and sandwich was a term for something else, and it went wrong, or it
But
was
that cold, who just wants a fucking sandwich though? Like, nigga, you want some real like home cooked food, nigga? Like,
let's put it this way: if I go in the cold, it's not gonna be for food, but I will go out for some satisfaction. But in my case, it's hetero satisfaction.
I'm saying though, like, even if it was for food, like, it's like 50 below or some shit, and niggas is like, sandwich. Yeah, a deli cold cut right now. Like, nigga, I'm thinking like, nigga, there was no Boston market, like, nigga.
I mean, it's Chicago, man. Chicago has restaurants, man. Like
that's
said,
what I'm saying.
He's one of those Chicago things. He wanted a foot long, and this is where I'm just like, I'm sure he wanted
double entendre.
Yeah.
That low hanging fruit, bro. That was too easy, man.
Let's also add a disclaimer. We are also talking now after the event happened, so this is hindsight 2020.
Yeah, exactly. So they said, they attacked him. They used their hands, feet, and teeth as weapons, and he went to the and then he said, and he said that, he received a letter with a stick figure hanging from a tree with a point gun into it, saying that he will die. And then there was a white powder in there, which was determined to be some crushed up Tylenol. It was a whole bunch of stuff.
There was all this shit in there too.
Hell yeah, nigga, yeah. It was.
You one of those reading ass niggas. You found out about the whole damn story.
Damn. Like pretty much like once all this like
man ate a Mortal Kombat combo. They left a crime scene like it was the LA Noir. Oh my god.
And then, but then also too with him, he was saying that maybe because he had been outspoken on Donald Trump like everyone else, and he was thinking that Donald Trump this was retaliation, but then with the incident, like you saw mad celebs though. Like everyone was like down with him. Like, everyone was ready to move with this cat. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone was like outraged. Like he had people. He had all types of people supporting him. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like.
But a lot of it was forced too, man. Like the media was really on some like supporting him. He's like so hurt right now. Like they really wanted to ride for him, and a lot of people were just on some like indifferent. Don't really care, let's find out, the bottom of this shit, because the story was just too fucking weird from the get-go, man.
Right, and then and the one thing I do want to bring up too, and this is one thing that this was one thing that did get me PO'd a little bit, was the fact that like when niggas was like really just trying to see how this thing would play out. There seemed, I don't know if it was for y'all, but it seemed like there was an attack on hetero men because it seemed like there was a lot of anger towards towards us in terms of like, oh, how come we're not supporting him like that? Are we homophobic?
Yeah.
And it's like
that's the vibe I've been getting too. Like niggas almost make it seem like we should have been out there protecting him.
I'm like, that's a grown ass man. Like, I mean,
yeah, he supposed to be the gay Tupac. Like, nigga, do you? What the fuck? Like,
yeah, but it just seemed like we were being scapegoated for some odd reason.
Yeah, and we still are. Cause look at this. Cause you see how the whole white media, or we could just say media, because there ain't really no black mainstream media like that. And when you do have it, it's usually controlled by some ulterior motive agenda. Yeah, I mean, so the media was pushing the whole gay agenda with that shit, just like how they do on the Empire show. They was pushing the whole LGBT shit, and making him a victim of that.
Yeah, like
now
like he was gay first, black second. That was the vibe.
Yeah, exactly. But now when they start to see like, oh, hold on, this shit looking kind of fishy. Like this looking like a damn 2 for $5 at Burger King, the fish sandwich right now.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when niggas is like, hold on, this a black thing. Well, you fucking niggers and you're goddamn lying and you're making up stories and let's arrest them now. And then now y'all want to make it a black thing. But before it was a gay thing. Y'all wanted us all to jump on it. And when we didn't, it's like y'all got mad at us. And now when everybody is, we call bullshit, and it is bullshit. Now it's like it's still our fault. So it's like, damn
if we do, damn if we don't. You know what I'm saying? And then there were two things in that whole scenario that that struck me kind of odd. First of all, like the cops, because Big Brother is always watching. Especially in Chicago, because Chicago was them niggas be out there be wilding. So they got them cameras out there. So,
of course.
And then the cops, they got cameras on every which way, and they didn't see a goddamn thing. And Big Brother is always fucking watching.
That was the first clue that was telling us that this was some bullshit.
Yeah, it's like
when they first said that they didn't have no footage and they struggling to get footage, I'm like, yeah, this some bullshit.
Yeah, it was some baby back bullshit.
I mean, niggas could get Tekashi filmed in Chicago at 3 a.m., but we can't get this Empire nigga. Nah.
But I mean, just today they just busted fucking Robert Kraft, a fucking billionaire 7 times over, in some seedy ass massage parlor. With some Asians trapped there on some drug, some sex trafficking shit. But he tell me they can't find a black man on camera being assaulted. No, I don't believe that for a second. No. And then another thing too is like, cops was like, look here, buddy. We need to check your phone records just to make sure that there's nothing in there that we've missed. And dude's response was like, I think he gave him some old bullshit, and it's like, nah, bro, we want your actual phone records. You know what I'm saying? And then he started, he started hemming and hawing, he started acting real funny about it. And I'm just like, okay, that's because usually I'm like, if you want to handle, at first it was like, oh, it's privacy. But then it's just like, they could either do it the easy way or they can do it the hard way. They can get, get a court order to actually get into your phone records. You know what I'm saying? And that's when that's when I knew shit was starting to go left, like super left. And then of course the whole story where it turns out that the people that attacked him were not white men with MAGA hats. They were Nigerians, which I'm just like, of course when I heard Nigerians, I immediately slapped my hand to my forehead, like
that shit hit home, ain't it?
Yeah, I was like, absolutely. I was like, fuck. I was like,
those two are gonna need a big lecture.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I was like, of course they'd be Nigerian, and then of course, I see all the goddamn memes everywhere like that. It's out there, man, on Instagram, man. I'm just like, I mean,
the internet is cold and they are fast.
When they said the first American to scam Nigerians.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of that.
I was done with the internet for that day.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like I took it out by proxy, man. It's just the whole shit, man. And then, it turns out, obviously it was two Nigerian brothers, and then the plot thickened. They acted as extras on the damn show, which is like, okay, so there's a connection. So you're like, so, they're not.
My next bit is like, there's a good chance they might be like either residents or citizens. Do they really have to point out they're like Nigerian?
Yeah, well, because the fact was because they actually went to Nigeria on vacation, and then when they came back, they were held in police custody or whatever. And then like I said, they recovered the bleach, and then other items, and then later on though, the video showed up with them actually buying this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I did it.
Somebody like Jussie wrote a check or something like that. I don't even know what that's all about.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's just like the easiest way to get caught.
So then after it came out though, they were like, it started pointing to like, no, this motherfucker paid these two brothers his, money to stage the attack. And it's just like, and like I said, the cameras definitely caught these motherfuckers at a hardware store with all this shit. And then
people learn, like, bruh, don't buy no fucking damn mask and be seen buying this shit on some shit when y'all planning to do this shit the next week later or a day later, like.
And another thing too, don't use fucking checks.
And don't buy it in the area. Go to the next city over. Go to 2 cities over. Don't go to the corner store that you go to all the time or the hardware store you go to once a month. Jeez, it's like
Oh, disclaimer: we do not encourage this criminal behavior that we're talking about. We're just simply pointing out.
Yeah,
how,
common sense.
Hypothetically and allegedly.
How it should have been accomplished. Ring gang radio, we're all law-abiding citizens with clean records, and and
you just punch people out.
Exactly. But so yeah, like pretty much once you see that, then it was just like, look here, buddy, you're come clean right now, or you're going to this jail. You understand? And and then after that, it was just like, you're gonna get, you're looking at a 1 to 3, for this bullshit. So, yeah, he turned himself in a couple days ago, and you saw his mugshot. He looked like, his eyes looked like souls. Like he was like, you know what, fuck all this. But even then, he still maintained his innocence. He said that shit went down the way it is, even though other details started coming out from there. The most ridiculous one was the motive. The reason why he did this bullshit.
Man.
The reason why was because it was two reasons. A, it was a publicity stunt to further his career, because he was not satisfied with the $60,000 per episode he was getting.
That episode.
Yes. Wow. And that is what makes the cipher complete on this. The letter that he received was apparently he sent it to himself. So, and then now obviously I know when I first heard this, I'm like, damn. Like, niggas and mental illness is really running rampant today. Like, I know mental illness. I mean, I've always scoffed at mental illness, but I'm thinking mental illness it's really a serious problem. Like, niggas are really losing their mind. Like, what are we? Are we losing religion here? It's like, what is going on? Like, none of people are reading their Bibles. Why are niggas wilding out like this? This whole thing was just, I just couldn't. it was just so out there. I'm like, dude really did all this because he wasn't satisfied with $60,000 per episode he was getting.
Wow.
I'll take
That's
that.
what made the meme even funnier.
Yeah.
When the dude gives him the money, he was like, "Here's your $60,000. I know you only worked 3 days this week."
Right. And then, but what he wanted to do was to tie all of this with the racism in the United States and President Trump. So this means this motherfucker might actually be a legit sociopath of highest order, because only sociopaths can think of this type of wild ass shit with that type of reasoning.
Black History Month and all things.
Right.
Can we move Black History Month to
Yeah.
the other month? Like one
Man,
of the
nigga, it just seemed like a big old Renaissance idea gone wrong.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, why would you think that faking an assault and going through that would not, like, people wouldn't piece that shit together? Like, 1 + 1 = 3 shit was going down, bro. It was not added up. And but he got to the point, and now his ass should pay a price. I mean, this should literally end his career. It really should. Like, dude should probably be going to jail or have, for a little bit, and possibly he needs a psych eval as well, because this nigga's clearly not right in his head. I mean, something is seriously wrong with this nigga. He may have a drug problem that we don't even know about. I mean, there's no way. There's no way this motherfucker should be freed or left to his own. I mean, probation is probably too good for this nigga. This shouldn't, like, usually black people going to jail, no, it shouldn't happen, but this nigga needs to go to jail.
He did wait for people to die. It's like, but me, I'm like this. His ass need to go to jail, and all these motherfuckers last year who spent the whole 2018 doing false police reports on black people for no reason. Niggas smoking a cigarette, fucking calling the police. Motherfucker going to his apartment, calling the police. Nigga damn eating Cheetos, calling the police. All that shit. I don't think this damn Jussie nigga need to be the first example. Just, if we gonna make an example, group all these motherfuckers at the same time. It's only right. Yeah, dude definitely needs to be some time for this shit, because he wasted everybody's time with this shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he got niggas' hopes up. Like, niggas were like coming together, and we're all rallied behind them.
But at the end of the day, he's still making black folks look bad, because niggas still blaming us for some shit we ain't really. This was more than just a regular, Renaissance plan going AWire. Like, there was. I know there had to be some political intrigue in this shit. They trying to do something because the election year coming up. They trying to damn rally a cause or whatever the shit, man, that these niggas do when it gets this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just like it's just sad too that it was done at such a level. I mean, I know his family must be just like, oh, god damn it! Now everyone knows that this nigga has mental illness, and it's just like,
That's like on the fucking show, because Empire, he was damn having mental problems on that shit.
Light imitates art.
Yeah, nigga, he had to go to rehab and
This whole saga, man. Like, honestly, I mean, this will probably be a Netflix movie within 5 years, man. Or this will probably show up on an episode.
5 months, niggas be working fast. Shit, that whole Ja Rule festival. I swear that shit was like a year ago, and they already got a series on that, or a document, Netflix story.
Shit, I'm positive too that this shit will probably be an episode for next season of Law & Order SVU. I'm positive they're gonna draw from this shit. This is just a whole bunch of fuckery gone horribly wrong, and
they're tone deaf enough. Yeah, they'll probably do it.
Yeah, and it's just like, and then like I said, he's just, and like I said though, for now, like, he's still being on some other shit. Like, not he's denying it, or he's still holding fast to his lies, bro. But
follow the money, man. Follow the money, man. Who put this nigga up to this shit? That's what I want to know. I don't think it just ends with him off rip.
Yeah, I do think he's probably a sociopath, but clearly something triggered him to actually do this.
Yeah, there's beyond this, definitely, and hopefully they get to the bottom of it, and we'll see what it do, because this whole ordeal was just on some, like, can you make this shit up? Like, really?
I mean, this shit probably does sound like something like, hey, we're trying to get something going for the next season. Do you think you could, like, maybe work with some other guys here and just, like, stage something? Like, make it like a trailer for something to make it a mystery for it. I'm just like, probably not a good idea.
I mean, this shit made Trapped in the Closet look like some damn, like, nursery rhyme or whatever, man. It was just, it looked some simple shit, man.
Nah, Trapped in the Closet is in a league of its own.
Yeah.
There's nothing is ever gonna touch Trapped in the Closet, ever.
But this
fuck that subway.
Like, there's like, it's like, how do you make a song turn into like a season?
That's what this nigga made a skit out of a damn season show.
Yeah.
And that little bullshit bruise he had, that should have just let everybody know that was bullshit, because that shit was just that shit was the cleanest straight line cut I've ever seen on somebody's face from a punch. From an electric punch.
Yeah, most likely he probably didn't even hit himself hard enough to actually make it really look real.
Yeah, he said, oh, here, do it like this. Here, use my makeup. Like, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, that shit ain't look like no real, like, really, I'm supposed to believe he got his ass whooped and y'all fought back and they won't bleach. Like, what the fuck was the bleach for?
I don't know.
Bleach, yeah, throwing bleach on the outside during a polar vortex, man. Where bleach would have done frozen within a couple of minutes from stepping out of your home or stepping out of.
It's just the more you think about it, you just more just is like, wow, like, damn, this too much fuckery, man. This is April level type fuckery. This is February.
Yeah, I'm just like, if this is like, it'd be a really dark ass joke, but otherwise April, I'd be like, okay, you're kind of fucked up, but okay. Black History Month?
Yeah.
But we already have enough insanity going on, literally from the start of Black History Month. He was just like, nah, I can do something better.
Yeah. Well, this is people it's just a whole bunch of one-up, and like I said, this takes all the flavor of Black History Month. So yeah, Black History Month continues in March, people. There's no holidays anyway, so that's a perfect month. Yay.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, just consider for 2019 Black History Month move to every other month. Just pick one.
Yeah, exactly.
There.
I mean, we still got Juneteenth, so
move it to June. Just move it to June.
Yeah,
makes more sense.
Well, actually, a month that actually has 31 days, bro.
Exactly.
I'm tired of getting short end of the stick of that. It's gonna be 31, man. Or if we need to, man, one of these months gets 32, add a 32 to it, man, and that's how we're gonna go forward. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we need to do this over again. Jussie Smollett, man, he fucked up, man.
That's a Boondocks episode.
It is, man.
Yeah. Gangsta-licious.
All I gotta say is,
this could almost turn me for a brief moment into Uncle Ruckus, but no.
Yes. Jussie, get some fucking help, bro. Get some serious help, man. Find religion, man. Find a pastor. Find a counselor, man. Find the Quran or a Bible. Find some organized religion in your life, bro. Pick up a hobby like gardening to silence the voices in your head, something like that, bro. So you don't like harm people, or most importantly, you don't harm yourself. Doing all this.
Don't do this anymore, man.
You
gotta find yourself some religion, man.
got all this psychopathic shit, this sociopathic shit, bro. It's not normal, man. You know. So, but yeah,
and if you like orchestrate like shit for like movies, like leave all the real life, you know, Nigerian goons and scams and sandwich runs, and you know, put that in, like you know, write a story or some shit. Like you might have a future on Empire as a writer, who knows? But,
right. You know,
said Nigerian goons.
like, you know, like I said, I don't mind taking the L directly, but I refuse to take L's by proxy. I will not do that. So yeah, you know, leave Nigerians alone. I mean, go after Ghanaian. You know, I hear they're down with that shit.
The Black Stars just took a shot right there.
Just leave black people alone with your bullshit, bro.
Yeah, just leave black people alone.
Exactly.
Like, you still we'll rep for you, but just leave us out of that shit. Like, no Somalians, no Nigerians, no Kenyans, no none of them niggas. Though.
Just leave the continent alone.
Yeah.
Just leave. Don't even go to no urban inner city over in America. Like, just stop. Like,
just leave every like Afro, like, you know, Afro like genealogy.
You did enough so far, man.
Leave the Afro Latinos, leave the Black Americans, leave them all alone. They don't need this.
It's just ridiculous.
If he really wanted this, he probably could have gotten a Staten Island. It's just like he could have gone to Staten Island. He probably could have gotten the treatment he needed.
Damn.
Oh man,
these poor ass Nigerians, they weren't gonna leave no money on the table, man.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, this is the jokes write themselves. You see this shit? That's what I said. I refuse. I won't take L's by proxy.
Like, y'all niggas,
and you thought Nigerian grinding your gears.
Like, they just had to have that extra money to get the fucking protein powder and shit. Like, nah, man. Y'all took advantage of that shit.
I still don't understand the bleach.
Yo, bleach is the most random.
I think one of them just wanted to clean their clothes and he just bought it anyway.
Nigga was watching fucking Law and Order or CSI or some shit. Like, yo, bring bleach.
Okay, at that point, that'd be like, all right, you're pretty much ready to commit murder. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
my god!
It's just like in the courtroom. It's just like they bought bleach. What did they do with it? Nothing. I mean, if it's a polar vortex, it's gonna freeze up. I guess you could smack somebody over the head with it.
There you go. Then you really have some bruises to show.
Instead of that little bitch made bruise this nigga had.
And ketchup.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I know the three of us was supposed to just jump some random nigga, like,
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. The difference in damage would be astronomical, especially see how big those niggas were.
Yeah.
Ain't no way that's the only damage they did.
Like,
these
they
niggas is like
more
6'4".
damage doing this accidentally. Like, they turn around making the elbow hit.
Stumbled into these niggas.
Maybe they had feather dusters.
Oh man, but yeah, man, that's all the crazy from all of that, and we've come to the end of our podcast. LB, PJ, final thoughts?
What a wild ass episode for me to pop up into.
Word.
Yeah, like I said,
I'm literally only here for like those specials.
Yeah, you know, and they be lit though. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't stop myself from doing jokes. So.
Oh man, and my final thoughts. I don't really have any final thoughts per se. You know, other than mental illness people, like, you know, if you feel if you feel that, you know, the voices in your head, they're calling you by your name or different names or whatever, just stop what you're doing, get on the ground and do some push-ups. You know, solve all your issues.
Okay.
Here
I thought we were going to go somewhere just like, you know, like the ding, 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 and a skirt.
Yes, you know, you like I said, because mental illness is not really illness. So y'all are just not being active enough. So, you know, like I said, you know, get yourself in the gym.
You're Nigerian trainers to work out, not to do various fucking Hitman, Assassin's Creed missions.
An eagle side, he just beats your ass. Just a 6'4" dude with a white hood.
Let them niggas train you. That's it. Like, dude was doing too much.
But all right, let me just hop in real quick and just like segue for this. If you are running into issues where you feel like there's something going on and there's something in your head, you can either just reach out, talk to somebody, go seek professional help. And the biggest thing is to just open up and talk to somebody. Jokes aside, it is very important. It may not be something that is fully researched into yet, but if you are having those instances where you're feeling a certain way or going like that, just get help or talk to somebody. Even if it's just something you just start off with, hey, I'm just not feeling good. Sometimes just that catharsis of just like venting your frustrations helps. All right, we can go back to what we're doing.
And now you know. So
the more you know. It's half the battle.
Oh,
man. Me too. And me.
But yeah, there was a whole yes. You know, but yeah, it was a whole bunch of real talk that was spit tonight. And yeah, so for myself, you know, as always, if it's, you know, shit's real, we talk about it. And shit was mad real. So for myself, Patscorpio, the New England representative, for Lauderdale Boss, Shutterworth da Gawd, the GOAT artist, and for PJ, the ref, coach, whatever you want to call him, you know.
Whatever's most convenient at the time.
Exactly. I mean, women call him daddy too, so you can also, you know, if you're a female.
What the fuck?
Ringgangradio.com.
Ring Radio, yes, you know, yes, ringgangradio.com, the website, our Instagram, our YouTube, you know, Spotify, Podomatic,
Facebook,
podcast, yeah, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, visit us on our platforms, man, and enjoy the content, and then, you know, show us some love. You know what I'm saying? Because you show us some love, we show you some love, and then it'll lead to a very lucrative relationship. You dig? So, yeah, man. It's late though, so we're gonna get up out of here, man. So until next time, peace.
One.